Well, hey folks, welcome back. Welcome to the new year, 2023. Could this be your year for big change? Well, I want to tell you about my last year. In fact, if you've been following the channel, you probably noticed that I haven't posted a video in a while, and that's because I had to quit. Although I didn't quit for good because I'm back, but let me tell you how quitting can actually be a stepping stone for a breakthrough in your career and for greater happiness. So last year was one of my best years professionally. I was really busy in private practice. I had clients coming out through the ears. I was actually so busy that I was inching towards burnout. I was really feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the workload, but it didn't last. Seasonally, it started to drop down. I wasn't as booked. Things were kind of balancing out, but I still did not pick YouTube back up. Instead, I just decided to take a chance and start to focus on things that were more interesting to me. So takeaway number one, don't be afraid to quit anything, if you feel like you're starting to approach overwhelm. Something's got to give and you can't do it all, right? Don't be afraid to quit something, even if you think you should be doing it. For me, YouTube is definitely a social marketing strategy. It's a way to get my message out there, but I didn't have to do it to live, right? It was one variable that I decided to give up to give myself more space in other areas. So add that to your list for 2023. If you want to see big change, don't be afraid to quit something. Make room for other things. The second thing that came out of 2022, which I think produced huge change for me in the most positive way, the most exciting way possible, is that because I quit YouTube for about 6 months, I guess you could call that a sabbatical since I'm back to it, but I quit that. I made room and I made time and I gave myself permission to do something else, something that I was interested in that did not have to do with my work, that did not have to do with making money, and it did not have to do with being a dietitian. I know that can be really hard for us to justify, us to explore interests that have nothing to do with our bottom line, but it did take me on a huge journey and it provided a lot of insights. A long story short, I got into mixed media painting with encaustic art, which is like beeswax. So I started just exploring this medium in my free time, even though I knew I should be doing social media posts and I should be doing marketing and I should be reaching out to clients. I actually tabled all of that guilt to let myself enjoy something really fun, and it turned into its own entity. So what happened was that I ended up signing up for more art shows over the summer and over the holidays, and I started producing art all of the time, like in all my time I wasn't seeing clients, and I was enjoying myself so much. It was becoming a perfect stress reliever for me. It was a great outlet, like a creative outlet, and it was really fun. And I ended up selling all of this art online, off of Facebook to family and friends at art shows, and it became its own new business. I had been doing jewelry in the past, doing art shows, but this took it to a new level. This was more excitement from clients and customers and more excitement for me. So it kind of reignited an enthusiasm in me, and I unlocked a new creativity that's taking me in a different direction. And so what I want to say about that is, don't be afraid to allow yourself to do something that you're curious about and that is making you happy, even if you think it's not affecting your bottom line in a positive way. We're not all business, right? We're doing our own business, and that's why I'm self-employed, because I want to do multiple things. And I don't always want to have everything that I'm doing be the reason driven by making money off of it and making more clients from it. That's not the reason I'm alive, right? So the point of that is to say that I think a lot of dietitians in particular, healthcare professionals, struggle with identity. We work so many hours that we think everything's always work related. And especially if you're self-employed, you think that everything you're doing has to do with like your nutrition business. But I'm here to say that you can have a successful nutrition business and lots of other hobbies and other revenue streams that can make you feel more diverse and interested because you have a variety of outlets. You're not 100% all into one thing. And I think that's one of the prime reasons for burnout, is that we get too involved in one focus, like I need to get more clients, or I need to teach more classes, or I need to sell more supplements. If we make everything just one-sided, that I think that is a contributor towards burnout. Because at the end of the day, the money doesn't make up for the revenue that you get does not erase the burnout that occurs. I was so busy in March and April, and I was making more money than I ever had as a private practice dietitian, but the burnout was real. And I could tell that some of my interactions with my clients, like my enthusiasm wasn't there, my attention wasn't as focused. A lot of times we do things for the money and we think that's like the end all be all, but I'm just gonna say that I don't think that's true. I think that having more variety of things to do in your journey of self-employment is the icing on the cake. So that was my experience for 2022. It was a journey from being really busy and to be and really singularly focused, like clients. Like I was probably seeing up to 60 clients in a month. It was really heavy, one-to-one. And some of those visits, they're 1 to 2 hours long. And then towards the summer, it was a less of a client focus and more branched out into doing art shows and more branched out into doing more YouTube videos on my homesteading channel. And so things became a little bit more broad, and that took the pressure off of everything having to be about the nutrition business. So my question for you is 2023 going to be your year for big change? And the quickest ways for big change is to quit something or to allow yourself the permission to start something new, right? So very, very vague, but it could be potentially very impactful. So is there something that you need to quit? And maybe it's some kind of social media that you feel like you're supposed to be doing and it's not really giving you that return on investment you've hoped for. So that was my example. And then is there something new that you're kind of yearning for, but you haven't given yourself permission to explore it because of XYZ reason? So let me comment below. I'd love to hear if there's something you want to quit or if there's something you want to start and you're just waiting for that permission slip. So here's your permission slip. And you can go ahead and take that step. I'd love to hear from you guys. Feel free to drop a comment below. And if you want to reach out, I'd love to hear from you. I'll leave a link in the video description. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to catch the latest video here. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos on private practice and being self-employed as a dietitian.